Have you ever seen astrology be proven wrong?
Maybe if the chart isn't being read correctly,
Because it depends on the birth time, so you need to be accurate, right?
need to be accurate.
And the
Need to be
location.
accurate. Thing is there's multiple different systems in astrology, right? The Vedic system is actually tracking the stars, the literal constellations. That's the Vedic system. That's why the Vedic system is always a sign behind the tropical system. In Vedic astrology, you're probably a Capricorn, whereas tropical astrology, you're obviously an Aquarius. Well, it's much more fitting that you're an Aquarius because look at this thing. You run a podcast and you have like 5 planets in Aquarius too. Electric, air, and you're in the 8th house dealing with other people's possessions and skills and trade. So of course, your trade is all about talking about other people's trades. Only track that inside tropical astrology, seeing 5 planets in the 8th house in Aquarius with a Cancer rising and Aries in the midheaven and Saturn in the midheaven. Of course, you're going to see that in tropical astrology, but in Vedic astrology, you're not going to see that. In Vedic astrology, it's going to be a sign behind, and things aren't going to make sense. See, you're scratching your head right now because it's like the things aren't going to make sense. Whereas tropical astrology is perfect and never changing because it's based on the sun's path, and the sun's path divided into 360 degrees, and each sign gets 30 degrees. Earthworks all over the world are based on equinoxes, always show up right on time. These equinoxes and these earthworks are always aligned right on time. Why? Because the sun's path never changes. That's the difference between tropical and Vedic astrology.
Got it.
Every single spring equinox, you can watch the sun rise above the horizon. If you're standing on top of the Sphinx, you'll see the sun rise above the horizon right in front of you at spring equinox. Every single spring equinox. Every single spring equinox, the pyramid of Kukulkan will create a dragon going down the side of it. Shadow. The sun is creating that shadow. Symbolize Quetzalcoatl descending from the heavens to serve humanity.
Wow.
And this is based on the sun's path because the sun's path is perfect. The sun doesn't change. The sun's path does not change. The moon changes, Saturn changes, Venus changes. Everything else up there changes. Retrograde, the sun is always consistent, never goes retrograde, never goes backwards, it never changes. Everything else up there changes. We're born into this realm through the moon, we leave through the sun.
Interesting.
This is why it's said, it is written, no one comes to the Father but through me, by the metaphorical Son of God.
Yeah.
Because these are portals, not something you go land on.
Wow.